there because I have something to do first. I forgot I had something to do. So I can't be sitting there. I'm back now, though. I'm coming back now. You're all right. Yeah, I'm back.
Almost as organised as Terry.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Almost.
Good day. Whatever.
It's old man syndrome. I thought we went for a pee.
No, the sink's over there, Terry. That's short stuff. I was all well prepared there, and then Terry started giving me instructions, so I got kind of carried away. And I was ready to go.
Now you're ready.
At 7:15.
Instructions.
Now you're ready.
Terry with his instructions as usual. I even had my tea prepared.
Yeah.
Water.
Anyway, it's hashtag week.
Yes.
So, just so you're aware, I've had a little bit of a disaster. Have a look at this camera just for a minute. This camera. There is the egg, or the smallest of the 3 boxes.
That's lovely.
A bit of gold leaf on it, and a bit of black, and a bit of lacquer on it to make it nice and shiny.
That looks
You'll
good.
see it in a minute when I bring it over here.
You're going to put your mallet inside that?
I'm going to put my mallet inside that, yeah. So here it is. It looks quite nice. But the issue is, I was lacquering it today.
You stuck it.
No, I dropped it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Brian.
So the bottom's lovely, and the top's broke.
Practice piece. Start again.
Yeah, practice piece. Start
I
again.
broke it, so
Make a new
I'm going to
top.
have to do it again.
If next time a little bit thicker wool and put a thread on it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, no chance.
It's a bummer.
So a little bit of a. That's why it says broken. Hashtag broken in the title.
These things happen.
These things happen. Anyway, that was.
Because you've got a mallet to make anyway.
I've got a mallet to make. So here we go. I've got a mallet to make. Look, simple mallet to make. Let me go to that camera. Big lump of beech. Big lump of branch for that's you. So we're going to make a mallet for hashtag week.
Good man.
Pictures to Steve by the 12th of this month. This being the 1st of May.
Oh, I got a better good picture.
It's the 1st of May, so you're going to have to get your pictures in by the 12th to our Steve. So
Okay, crafts at btinternet.com.
btinternet.com, correct.
Some of you guys will put that in sometime during the evening, so as we know where we're going. So let's start with a beech head, a beech hedge, no a head, and then we'll see how we go from there. What do I need? I need a stab center in here. Let's go there. Tailstock. Just open that up. And we'll stick a stab center in there. Now, I use the Robert Sorby stab center because it has a little flat just here that you can catch your jaws on.
Is that the one that comes with the Easy Wood chuck, or is it?
No, there isn't one comes in Easy Wood chuck.
Oh, okay.
So that just catches the jaws nicely.
One, yeah.
It's the Sorby one. So
I'll just chuck Steve's email address in. And I'll do
So
that
did I.
times during the evening.
good man, Pete.
yours-
Thank you.
Is yours the same as mine? Yes, it is. That's right. We'll put it in during the night as well.
Just tighten that up. Leave it
Really,
chuck
if they're in the
there.
workshop, people in the workshop now can actually follow along with you and do one, couldn't they?
Could if they want, if they're in the workshop, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I better use a bigger tool rest. I'll use the bigger tool rest.
We did a simple mallet because I already got one. I made a,
I've already got a mallet too, and I really don't want another. I really don't need another one.
to tell the truth, I actually made 2 simple mallets because I made one whilst I was chatting with Brian, William, and Lewis,
You did.
and I forgot to press record.
Do you want to do another one?
Which is not like it's not like Pete at all. That I have to say, it's just not like him. Normally, yeah, I just lied through my teeth there. He's always doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite regular.
It's quite an occurrence.
Well, Ruth just said, thank goodness it's 22 degrees. Have you read the chat, Joe?
It's 23
Oh,
degrees
no,
here.
yeah, I've not been able to get a word in edgeways.
No, we're not doing the chat
Oh,
yet.
Joe,
Hold
are
on.
you here?
Oh, we're not doing the chat yet. Sorry, we're not
No,
there
not
yet.
doing
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll wait till
Hold on.
shaving start to fly.
Who's in
Okay.
charge here? Who's in charge here?
We have tradition.
We are.
Just hold on a minute here. Who's in charge here?
Joe.
I think I might be.
No, Joe is.
Okay, Joe has me. Joe, you're in charge.
Okay. We'll get it wound up then.
You can. I'm just going to round this off, and while I'm rounding that off and making a lot of noise, Joe can read out the chat.
Is that so that you can't hear me talk?
No,
Well, our link didn't like to say that.
Joe,
Well, he did say you're going to make a lot of noise. So
Joe.
What?
Shut up and read the chat.
Yes, sir.
Cheeky
Good
bugger.
evening and welcome everybody. And at the top of my chat, there's Terry Bartlett,
Fishy.
Grandma Roof Tube, Alex Wurzel the Wood Butcher, Paul Norfolk Hunter, Malcolm Douglas, Wayne the Wood Turner, Mike dances with aardvarks, Michael McEwen, Dreamtime Woodcraft, Mike Evans, Clint at Wood Dancers, Andrew Wizzy Woodshed, Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks, Anthony Green, Helen Jenkins, Louis Said, Paul Hoyton the Grisby Turner, Brian Greenhaven Creations, Chris Fen Creek Woodturner Cornwall,
Whoops.
Andy Door 60, Katie Cornish Maid 1982, Roger Kent, and we're down to the bottom.
I like the way
Just let
Dewey
me-
said, Brian never introduced the earworms. No, I didn't. He's lazy toe rig.
Oh, jeez.
We know
I,
what's going now.
if I've missed anybody out, I do apologise.
Are you
This show
finished?
has
Just-
gone to pot.
And just to add to that, Dances with Aardvarks, Mike says, Joe would have been good reading the football results in the 1980s.
No, it took her
Well, right.
hours. It took her hours, mind.
Right, here we go.
You didn't know
Get
because you were a
lost.
child back in the 80s.
Because I neglected to tell you who the earworms were, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you them. Pay attention, guys. There you go.
Not that you did
Hello,
never guess.
everybody. Hello, everybody.
Peter
Notice the
Twisted Tree came in
suntan.
first.
Notice the suntan.
Shut up, Terry. Pete was in first. William came in second. Terry, the lobster, came in third.
A lobster.
A lobster.
The world's your lobster.
Joe was in last. The world's your
As
lobster
usual.
is right. Anyway, Terry
Just look at
is,
me and Joe, look side by side. Look.
Pink Terry.
He's like a Belisha beacon. Is what he's like. And
Lovely.
those of you who don't know what a Belisha beacon is, shame on you.
26 degrees, 7 degrees, I think.
Now
it
get
was
back in the
today.
background, you can. Go and get lost.
Ah.
Yeah, be quiet.
Right,
Thank you, Dewey.
who asked for that? Who was that?
Dewey asked that. Dewey said you haven't introduced the earworms.
Dewey. Right, I showed you this view first. I showed you that view first, and I was. What was that? JP sending me a super chat.
He's
JP,
sending you a super chat towards Terry's next fake spray tan. Well done,
Good
JP.
evening, JP.
Miserable toad.
This is a wood turning. This is a wood
Take it.
turning. A little bit of a wood turning instruction and an explanation. I'm going to have silence for one moment. So I
suppose.
showed you this view first when I was roughing that down, and my hand was up here, and then I went to this view, just to show you that my hand wasn't even close to the piece of wood. Okay. So if you're shielding yourself from the shavings and stopping them flying all over your workshop, make sure your hand's not anywhere near the timber. That's now you can chat away amongst yourselves.
The Yorkshire Gates in. Good evening, Glyn.
That's the last
Hello,
thing I'm telling you
Dennis.
this evening.
The other thing you could do, Brian, I suppose, is put a face shield on. Not worry about the shavings, but
I did have a face shield on at the time, Terry. I always put a face shield on when I start roughing out, but I changed it to my goggles now that it's fairly well rounded.
Todd at Glen Cove Woodwork said, any truth to the reports Rowan, the Tiny Turner 2025, is already taller than Lucy. Yeah, I think that's true.
Well, he was bloody born taller than Lucy, wasn't he? Come on.
Born last week.
Yeah, well, he's trying to be taller than Lucy.
He's starting school next week.
Starts school next week. Do his GCSEs a week after. Get a job 4 weeks' time. Lovely. Keep his mum and dad.
Oh no, never mind keeping his mum and dad. Contribute towards my pension.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
That's
pay
the
tax.
important thing.
The red trainers are back, says Mike.
They are.
They are.
They are, yeah.
There'll be no stopping them
JP
tonight.
said there was that one time Brian didn't wear a face mask when buffing. Can't you tell?
Can't you tell?
What cheeky so said that? Who said
JP.
that?
JP.
Jamie.
Aha. And I thought you were my friend, JP. You just can't tell some people, can you?
Well,
No.
Right. Need a tenon on that. 60mm tenon. Where's my calipers? My galloping calipers.
Clippers. Stephen Madness came in.
He's
Sorry,
winning.
Stephen.
Oh,
Stephen,
Stephen.
Stephen.
Good evening.
I've seen you for a while. Nice to see you, buddy. Love the work you're putting on Facebook. Handsome.
Yeah, absolute stunning, mate.
Yeah, beautiful.
He's always pretty good, isn't he?
Are you going to
Is there a favourite end for this? I don't think there is. No, there isn't. It's not quite round at that end. It's not quite round there. I just felt it flat. Well, I'll take that off.
Get rid.
you at Daventry, Stephen?
Julie's asking me how I got on at Yandles on Friday. Yep, had a grand time. We didn't spend too much money this year with this visit.
You can do that but faster.
The next
Always
one's on the
expensive
16th of
things.
May, so I'll spend some money then.
Spindle turning. Speed is your friend. Most of the time. There we go. Lovely. Now put a 10 on the end of that. Small beading and parting tool.
Albert Dawson is in the chat.
Hello, Albert.
Good evening.
A 40-foot Bradford pear tree split in half. We've got some Bradford pear to turn.
Yeah, the last
It's actually
of
quite
his
nice to
life.
turn it. So I
It
quite
is
like that.
beautiful. Yep.
Yes, Terry. The Dawn's ordered some sweet corn. Brilliant. Yeah, you see mine, did you, today, hopefully, on Facebook? My sweet corn are about 18 inches tall. They don't like
They're
frost,
flying.
so be careful of that. But I don't think it's going to be any more, so I've planted them out. And if we do, I'll cover them up because they're 18 inches tall now. And we should have sweet corn in about 2 months.
Really?
Early ones.
As quick as that?
Yeah.
So that's 3 tools I've used so far.
Nearly picking peas, Joe, in the greenhouse.
I'll use a skew just to put a little 10-degree bevel on here.
Stephen says he's not going to Daventry, but he's off to Weird and Wonderful Wood on the 10th of Lent. Where's Weird and Wonderful Wood, please? Location? Just in case Ruth and I want to take a road trip.
There we go.
Another
I think that
holiday.
should do. Just double check that tenon.
Yeah.
It's got a nice square seat. It has. Let's get that changed round and into the choke.
Chook.
Into
Chooky.
the choke, lad. Just like that. And like that. Wayne's in, isn't he?
He
Yep.
is.
Yes.
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 Good job last night, Wayne.
Yeah,
Enjoyed watching
excellent.
that.
Excellent
It's,
job that was.
yeah.
It's good to have you
Brian,
back, buddy.
Job well done.
Had to rewatch it because I was out, so I didn't get into it late. Then I had a Zoom meeting to do, which I'd done the Zoom meeting, and I switched to you, and you were just saying goodbye. So I watched it later, after. It's brilliant job, Wayne. Nice to see you back, Wayne.
Mhm. Wasn't he?
And Paul Finley has just came in.
Have I made
Evening,
that?
Paul.
Evening, Paul.
Evening, Paul.
I thought I'd made that kind of too
Suffolk.
small. There.
Yeah, you're getting.
You're
It's
getting
getting
the
mighty
close.
close there, I'm telling you.
recut. Recut.
I think you have it.
I got away with it. Yeah.
I even got away with it.
Suffolk. Yeah, I could go there.
I'm a
Let's see
twin
what
spoke
race
there.
is.
So we'll loosen that again for a minute. Push it in with it. There we go. And then tighten it.
JP says Wayne's earworms were too classy for my liking.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll fix that when he does a Saturday night, JP.
Saturday morning. Yeah.
Or Saturday night. No, Wayne. I think Wayne said he was going to. Oops, he's going to do a Saturday evening. You know, remember he used to have the Saturday evening one.
Yeah.
So Wednesday
Not
was
this
about
week.
Wednesday was about
Not
Wednesday.
this week.
Wednesday was about wood turning, and Saturday was
Yeah.
about
Junking.
God knows.
Yeah. Not this week. Michael has a party. He's just got up. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
So I'm going to draw a hole in this now.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
So I want roughly 3.5 inches of a head on this. We'll get the measuring tape out in a minute. I'm just rewinding this thing back in. 3 weeks later, he gets it wound in. It either needs a bigger wheel or an electric motor.
It's quite a length, isn't it?
Or you could not wind it out so far.
That's what they actually said to the bishop.
Oh, heck.
So we're going to have a 22mm hole because I have a 22mm drill bit.
Does it all depend on the size of drill bit that you have?
Yeah, kind of. If you haven't
Yeah,
got
I suppose.
a big drill bit, you use the biggest one you've got, basically.
Okay.
Because the bigger the tannin between the handle and the workpiece, the stronger it will be.
Makes sense?
If that makes sense to everybody. Does to
Well, it
me,
does
anyway.
to me, and that's always a start.
So we're going to put that in there, just like that. Get our measuring stick and a pencil. Oh, look, there's Rob, Clink Sport. 3.5 inches. 90mm-ish, round about there somewhere.
Didn't you mark that on the drill bit?
Hold on, Pete. Hold on, Pete. And over here,
Have a depth gauge.
we have a
Oh,
depth.
yeah, you've got one of them fancy things, haven't you?
No, I haven't, because it's not working.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at that. Is that not shocking? It's not working. The battery must be dead again.
Well, the measurements are on your quill, so just look at that.
Well, I could look at that, but I can't be bothered. So if you haven't got a fancy quill, all you need is a bit of tape. Who's the masking tape? Who stole my masking tape?
Black marker.
Or a black marker. You could do a black marker. So we'll measure from the point of the drill. If I can get a bit of tape to unwind there we go. Bit of tape. Measure from the point of the drill back 3.5 inches, because that's where I want to go. From there to there. 90mm. From there to there. 90mm is just past the end of the shank. So we
There's
could
your measurement.
probably just guess that. But about there somewhere. How about that?
Give or take half inch.
Would that do? There. Now you can see where you're going. I would have just guessed that. That would have been fine.
Yeah, but you're
It's
doing
just-
it live, so you've got to do it proper.
I've got to do it proper. Turn the speed down.
Proper like.
Switch the light
Proper
on.
like, yeah.
Proper.
Yeah, around about 500-ish will be fine. Tailstock locked. Unless you drill a hole. Let's go there.
Sorry, the address for the Weird and Wonderful.
I got
Woodart.
that. I'm just now going to write that down on my piece of paper here, because obviously when the chat goes, it'll disappear until 2 days time. Hawley Park.
What I want to explain with this drill is,
Stephen's put it into the
Yeah,
chat of
there-
where it is.
if we
Yeah.
have a look at that, the shavings have
T-
stopped coming out of there now.
If you want,
So we'll go withdraw that
BJP.
and cut it.
Binding up.
10th and 11th.
Because if your timber's any way damp at all, as soon as you cut it in there, it starts to swell up
Okay.
So,
and it
Gapsiders
will
in the chat.
and it will jam.
And
Good
Good evening,
Chris
Gav.
from Bailey Woodworks.
evening, Gav.
Hey, Chris.
Christy. Weirdo.
And it becomes the devil's own job to get it out. That'll do.
Hard on
We'll
the
have,
ears.
we'll have a see
We got
what
that,
heels happen
Stephen.
there, look. There's a bit of
Oh, this is a
beeswax.
bit of beaches you can do for the head.
So we'll
Got,
put a
I
bit
got
of
that,
beeswax
Stephen, so I
on
might
it.
have a word with her
Yeah,
indoors.
go on, eh?
Day trip.
A little bit of beeswax on there, just to help lubricate it, stop that horrible squeaky noise.
Take some of the squeak out of it, won't it?
That the same bit of beeswax I gave you about 12 years ago.
It is
Yeah.
indeed, Pete.
It's still
You
working
can
on
see
it.
that, look.
So now we're at the end of the flutes, so we'll have to be really careful now and just take a little bit of time so as we don't get jammed up. See how that all swelled up there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even dry wood will do that. As you can
That's
tell
right.
from the knee-deep shavings when you've got a 6-inch bowl.
So now I've got the depth of the flutes that I can fill up to allow the drill, so it can't escape currently. So we'll just make that much and then we'll throw it back out again. And if I go to there, oh, that is the overhead. There you go.
Oh,
Shoot. That's not good. Let's hold on to the drill and do that again. There we go. There we go. That's all right. We're nearly there. That's me concentrating and thinking about what you're doing instead of concentrating on what I'm doing.
Mm.
And that's me to the end of the.
Jeff
That's
Fordham
you all
did
the way.
that, and he threw the chuck across his workshop,
I've done it
smashed into his
myself.
tarmac and destroyed it.
Oh, that was bad news.
sorry, Pete. What was that?
He threw the chuck across the workshop, and the chuck with it was a fortune bit on it, smashed into the tarmac, which had a stone wheel on it. Smashed the stone.
Oh,
Here,
That
Pete,
was,
That
that,
cost him a
that
few
was a
bob.
bit of bad luck.
that's it's not the whole. That's it broke.
Yeah.
So my beeswax broke, so it's not the whole bit. I'm still got
It
quite a
does
bit left.
last a little while.
It's lasting a long time.
So you get another 12 years out of it.
I'll get at least another 12 years. out of it.
yeah.
It'll
And if a
probably
chunk
out-
breaks off, just give it, warm it up, and stick it together again.
well, I could do that too. I'll remove this piece of tape because it'll be untidy looking in the box.
I would.
That wouldn't do. Now, this is the thing that gets me every time. This bit. Trying to get this back off again. No. I knew I couldn't.
Something to look forward to.
You're too
So
strong
just-
putting it on.
Well, I don't know. It's just
Knock it out.
it just jams. So
You do.
Yeah, when they
Yeah,
get
just-
hot, they're a problem. You just leave it to cool down, it'll be all right.
yeah, I'll leave it there and it'll come out on its own eventually. Right, so that's that. Now, I'll just put a little ring center in there. This big one. This one. Pop that in there. And I'll just keep it nice and secure. Not this. Shouldn't be secure.
5
And we'll
minutes
make-
early, Brian.
We'll make the shape of the
Ooh.
mallet. So let's have a look. Don't think I need a skew.
No.
We use a spindle cage, shall we? Spindle cage? Yeah.
Can I just ask what woods are good for mallets?
Any hardwood basically is good. Beech is hard. Fruit woods are good. Yew is good. Maple will be all right.
Lignum vitae is brilliant.
Lignum vitae would be good too. It's as hard
A
as
good
the road.
hardwood is right.
If you make them
Oak.
the way I did, with just a one-piece mallet, then any bit of stick you got,
Mhm.
Yep.
because it takes 5 minutes to make them, so you can make another one. So it's not
Yeah,
a
that's
problem.
true.
True.
Yeah, it really isn't an issue. So
I wouldn't
that's
use pine
No, you want
no,
some
yeah.
with a
Hardwood.
bit of
unless you
heft,
want to
right?
tap it really, really lightly.
Yeah, you want a little bit of heft, but not too much weight. Finding the right amount of clout. You need different sizes, really, because you want some gentle persuaders,
And you want some really mallet ones.
then you want some persuaders, and then you want some get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in there, you.
So I keep being reminded by Pete about a no cut line. So I've left a good big no cut line this time. And then I'm going to leave that little bit to save me getting bumping up against the chuck.
Good plan.
So as I'm using it said spindle gauge, you could use whatever you like here. You could use your roughing gauge as well. So what kind of shape of a head do we need? Narrow at the bottom, large at the top a little bit. So we'll just round this top over here. Yeah, you're okay. You're on the right camera. We'll round this over a little bit. My preferred shape of a mallet. It's got a bit of a wobble on there somewhere. Give me that. Let me just redo that again. Bring it back around again. More speed.
Warp speed.
Warp speed is right.
You can put your soap on it while you've got that tool in your hand.
What was that?
You can put your soap onto it while you've got that tool in your hand.
And I'll just put a slope on it there.
When it's 4.973 degrees slope on it, Terry.
Yeah, you just it, something like that, wouldn't it? In fact, you probably make the whole mallet with that tool.
You could,
I pretty much did.
but I have to use as many tools as I can because Pete
you
said
do.
so.
Yeah.
That's,
That's Pete said so.
that's what I thought.
Look.
Well, let's have a look then.
Yeah, I used an old bowling ball, Malcolm.
What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Yeah,
the-
Malcolm
was
the-
using
using-
the
you
Lincoln
reckon the
Beauty
angle
ball.
of that, the angle has to be, Pete?
4.973.
Oh, that's too steep.
Yes, 4 degrees.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's about 2 degrees out.
Hey,
Ah,
you got to have it
that's
on the edge, man. Okay, Stephen, I got the message. Thank you very much.
We'll just
Fine
take it.
business.
I'm going to make it a little bit steeper than that because I quite like it a little bit steeper.
But I'll say, Malcolm, that when I did a month ago with the bowling ball, that was a pleasure to do, and I really enjoyed doing that.
I have to
It's
say
nice
this
Doing
bit
it
of
that
beach,
much, I bought another bowling ball so I can break that mallet and make
this,
another one.
this little beach is nice. This little bit of beach is nice. Let's try and get a real nice cut on there. Like that. Should be grand. That'll do. Right, let's just shape at the top. Just take that round there.
Don't forget you got a hole in there.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
But
Yeah,
the hole's only 22 mil. That's a whole lot more than 22 mil there, guy.
it is, isn't it?
Anything you want, Wayne. The more different designs we get in the final bit, the better, really.
I
Mallet,
think what we'll
gavel,
do is,
anything.
I think what we'll do,
Yeah, I like the gavel lady.
gavel, for what? For the
For
challenge.
its hashtag mallet challenge.
Oh, it's
thingy.
mallet. It's just a mallet.
Yeah.
We did start off with the idea of being a workshop mallet, but then quickly
Well, yeah,
changed.
but any
to being a
hit
mallet.
and stick will be fine.
Yeah, any
any hint
batter and
stick.
stick.
If you want to do a fancy posh, what do you call it?
Gavel.
Dufferdanger, gavel, that's the word. You go ahead.
Okay, Paul in
Stick with
Norfolk
me, I'll
Hunters
keep you
asked the
right.
question. Yeah, what sort of bandsaw is a good one to start with? If you have never used one before, need advice. Right.
Record power, Sabre 350 or 450.
We've all got record powers. I've got an old BS 500, which they don't make anymore.
I've got 250, I think.
But,
Oh, I need my reaching stick.
Yeah, I have the
I like
350
record
Sabre
power
as well.
bandsaws.
Although kind of,
They are good bandsaws, I must admit.
I need
Yeah.
to use
They're a
it
very
under
good
supervision.
balance between price and quality.
Joe needs to use it under supervision. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Joe's got broken when the first time Joe used it.
I think the
Not
very
that
first
one.
time.
No, that was another one. And
Oh,
then
that was it. That
Glenn
was all
bought a
you
new
destroyed
one.
completely then.
Yeah. Well, the other one's totally kaput, but the first one. But since we bought a new one, supervision
all-
it is.
We're going all posh. I'm going to put
But
some.
it's a record power, but I think it's a 250 if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think I'll put a bit of texture on this.
Well, won't
Oh, you
that
might as well.
spoil how hard you can whack something with?
Well, the striking zone for a mallet is probably in somewhere about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
The
really.
top 2/3, yeah.
You tend not to. There's my other little mallet. That's my little one.
That's
So
nice.
you tend to hit it in this sort of area. You don't hit it at the bottom. So we'll do a wee bit of portion. We'll do a wee bit of
What's
portion
the
on the
wood?
bottom.
What's the wood on the head? The
Is it? On this one,
yeah.
it's a bit of Sipilia, I think.
I think that's really
think.
nice. That looks nice.
It's well battered.
No.
That's what it's for.
It's been battered. This one.
Battering.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a clunky
Well, as
tool.
Wayne says, remember, 14-inch is not necessarily the height of the cut.
That's correct.
Something might be 14 by 14, but you need to decide what sort of timbers you want to cut regularly, and what's the outside levels of that. Aim for a bandsaw that will do it.
Yep.
Mine will cut a 14-inch depth and an 18-inch throat.
Ooh, that's a big cut.
It's nice spiral. I like that.
Yeah, it looks good, Brian. Yeah.
So I can basically put tree trunks through mine and get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I went with a BS 350. And does a great job for me.
Yep.
They're
What
well
sort of price
worth
are
the
they?
money.
Yeah, figure out what you want to cut.
Yeah.
Buy one that's big enough to do that. And if you can get it bigger, then buy it as big as you can afford.
Yep.
Same as lathes, really.
I made a pick of myself and bought the 450, but you know.
But what was your one, William, that you had before the
It was
bandsaw you had?
a Draper.
It was a Draper, and
Yeah.
it served you really well too, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant machine.
You know, it didn't. That's nice. It's big. It's almost like threaded.
The thing is with
Susie's
bandsaws
Swiss
is
turners in.
you want something that's 10 inches or above because they seem to make the motors a bit bigger then. That's all.
We've got Susie Swiss wood turner, Martin at Woody's Creations, both
Hello,
in.
Susie. Oh my.
I'll do. Just make it a little bit posh.
Posh Brian.
Yeah. Couple of little lines on there too, just to. I just use my
Roger,
skew. I use my skew for this, but you could use a point tool or something. If you didn't have
bandsaw it with a brake is nice, Roger. That's the
It
more
is.
expensive
Yeah.
ones.
And what Wayne uses the jet, and again, that's a big cut he's got on there. 12-inch log, 18-inch
Yeah.
deep.
I'll do. Just give that
Just
rub a
measure
lot.
the Sabre 350 and see what is it.
Just give that texture a little rub. About 400.
Of course,
just to
the
take
other
off the
measurement
fuzzy.
you need to take is where is it going? Because you kind of need to make
Yes.
sure it'll fit in the workshop.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Because they're not short if you get the bigger ones.
No, they're not.
They're quite tall.
Mine's
As
over
I
6
found
feet.
out.
Mine's over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I found out that when I bought mine. Matey delivered it, it wouldn't go in the garage. We had to lay it down.
Yeah, minus the wheel kit on it, and it's 6 foot 6 inches.
I say I got a
Yeah,
wheel
so the
kit
Sabre-
on the garage. 7
The Sabre
foot.
350 has 11.25 inch depth of cut and a 13.5 inch throat.
So the throat being the pillar from the side pillar.
The
to
pillar to
Yeah,
the blade.
out to the end, yeah.
Just for people who,
If you're really flush with
about
money and you buy the 450, it's got a 14-inch cut with an 18-inch throat. So, but you know,
just going to tidy up the bottom of this just to give it one
get
level
what
cut.
you can really. Get the best one you can afford because of this.
Yeah.
Usually the size of the motor gets bigger, then you can take bigger blades and it'll cut better.
And if you can buy one with cast wheels,
You
they
can
act
buy
like
a wheel
flywheel.
kit for most of the record ones come up. You can buy a wheel kit, which is not that expensive.
No, I mean the drive wheel and the
Yeah.
Oh yes,
the
yeah,
free
cast
wheel.
wheels, yeah.
You know, the
Yeah, and you
inside
want
the
nice
case.
heavy wheels, so cast iron wheels. They
If
give
you
it
can get
more inertia to get through the timber.
Yeah, they act like
Yeah.
a flywheel, basically.
Yeah. And the one
Just
I
wanna
bought
soften
comes
that
with
edge.
electronic brakes, so it almost stops. Like switch it over, stops within like 5 seconds.
Just soften this edge a little bit, just with a bit of sandpaper, just so it's not shut. I've just burnt that.
You did.
My
Press
God,
too hard.
press too hard, right? What's that? Klein sport abrasives. I don't know.
Mine doesn't have an electronic brake. If you switch it off, it'll still take your arm off before it stops.
Oh, of course you will. Keep your
Rob
fingers
Copper-
away. Exactly.
There we go.
Rob Copperell wood turning is in. Good
Hello,
evening,
Rob.
Rob.
How you doing, buddy?
What do you suggest about a finish for this, guys? What do you suggest?
Uh,
I think
yeah,
that's
Wayne's had to buy a new motor for his. The motors are at the bottom, so if you live in a flood zone, that's another consideration.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's Wayne.
Yeah.
Right,
That's good
okay.
insurance if you live in a flood zone. They'll buy it for you.
How far down
You
is
can
my
get
little?
it for it.
Let me just check, see how far down my little. If I can find the thing for measuring depth, there it is.
We'll just try and
See
wonder when
how far down
we're
this
out
hole
of
goes.
paying for it.
There we go.
I know I was going to ask you, Wayne. Did your VB motor survive? Because I know it's at the bottom of it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Let's try and do a little bit of a. I may want to reverse mount this, but you know I want to reverse mount it. Take this down to 22 mil.
Yeah, right, Wayne. If you're in a flood zone, you won't get insurance. Definitely not.
No. Too late now. There we go. Now, where is that? This tool.
We go overhead.
Can.
You can see when it breaks off.
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't break off.
Well, that's what you are hoping, but you know, that's not us.
It needs to break off at some point. Unless you saw it off.
Terry, Wayne said the VB has been flooded 3 times and still going strong.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Excellent.
Lovely old job. Bulletproof.
That's the caliber of that machine, isn't it?
Ooh,
Baby Rowan's watching you, Brian, and learning.
good. Good. You didn't be learning from me then.
Any
Martin,
second now, that's
everyone
going to
ready
go.
to catch.
No, he's not drilled that far.
No, yeah.
Change to a different tool. Smaller.
Bloody heck, you've gone through every tool in the box today.
I think that was the aim.
I reckon
Yeah,
you should use your ultra thin parting tool just to make it look good, Brian.
I'm coming to that, Terry.
Good man.
The more tools you can use, the better.
Better, yeah. Hello, Zed. Zombies
That's
in.
about perfect. Hi, Zed.
Hey, Zed. How you doing, buddy?
Evening.
I'm hoping that's enough now.
He's going to have a little point on that, isn't he? Yeah, Zed, just to let you know, Zed, it's hashtag challenge mallet. You got 2 weeks. Make a mallet, photograph it, and send it to skcrafts
I'll post it in.
at btinternet.com.
.com.
Now,
Peter
here we go,
put in the
Terry.
link. And
Into
we've got a
Steve by the 12th
video
of May.
show. Hashtag mallet week. And I know you said you'll probably have a mallet about 9 foot diameter. But, you know.
Mike said, unlike clamps, it is possible to have too many mallets. I don't know. They could be a bit like pencils. It might be useful to have a mallet in every region of the workshop,
Yeah, of course.
so you can just
Just
reach
in
out and
case.
grab a mallet wherever you happen to be.
Well, I need two.
Yeah. Well, here Zed said, well, shucks, maybe I know what I'm making on Saturday. Well, make one and say it's #week. And then,
Yeah.
as you see, Pete's put just above your comment there. Look, skcrafts@bnternet.com. Everybody that makes one, send a photograph. And he'll put a YouTube collage of all the people that made one. That'd be brilliant.
Carson's in. He said, hello, everyone. I'm watching from a distance tonight because he's running
Hello,
about.
Carson.
Hi, Carson.
Good evening.
Right now, we're going
Nice
to
to hear.
remove the tailstock now. Because we don't want
From
it
a
to wallop around
distance.
on the tailstock. We'll go try and cut this all the way through to the hole now. So we'll turn the speed down a wee bit.
Face mask on, everybody.
Yeah. Second
Start
slip,
with the line.
Pete. Your second
Well-
slip, I'll be first.
It's going to get its first dent on it now, any time now. If I've measured this right.
If your drill's gone far enough.
There you go.
Go.
You got it.
I actually didn't.
Job's
Oh,
a
no,
good.
you didn't get it. You cut it off. You didn't get it, though.
I didn't quite get it right in the right place because the hole is there is smaller
Should
than
have
it
had
is
your
there.
hand.
It's
there, but
tapered at the end as well.
You got to reverse it anyway, I mean, so.
I'll go reverse mount it now.
there
I
you
hope.
go.
Hopefully, anyway.
It's just
Let's have a
splayed
look.
out at the front, isn't it? Splayed out at the front, just a jiffy.
Just a smidgen.
That's it.
Let's try this.
There you go.
Oh,
I was just going to say, if you had a mallet now, you could tap it in on it.
Man, last time he did that, he broke it. Can't say that.
in actual fact, it's maybe not quite tight enough.
Well, you bring your centre up, can you? And then go almost all
Yeah.
the way down.
Yeah.
Piece of paper towel, tighten it up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Bit of tape round it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. Who needs a mallet when you can bash it with your hand?
Yeah.
I want to make that hole bigger.
Well, you can actually bring it, you can make your final cut around and it'll go to the biggest hole then, won't it? Yeah,
That's
like
what
a-
I'm
You
doing.
need,
Sir.
you need to make a flat spot on that top. 'Cause
Oh,
that's,
no,
that's the
what
end you'll
for?
stand it on.
Yeah, I was going
Ah,
to
no,
sand
no,
one
no,
on
no,
there.
no. It's getting a, no. It's getting a hole in the handle to hang up.
On a string. Yes, it says your left hand is a meat mallet.
Meat
You're
mallet,
dead right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want a little flat on it to have, Pete.
Yeah, because that's the end you stand it on, isn't it?
Yeah, a
That's
little
a good
flat
sug-
in the middle at
It's a
least.
good suggestion, Pete.
That's why I did mine flat, totally almost. Well, not dead flat, but flat in the middle.
Oops.
Not quite that deep, Brian. Just a little bit less than that.
Line them up,
Doesn't matter.
line them up. There you go. That's good enough now, though.
That should be right now. Eh?
Now flat.
There we go.
Ooh, wind him up.
It's got a
Wiggle,
little
wiggle.
wobble on there, but it's fine, I think.
Yeah, it's because you got to the hole.
That's fine. It's grand. We're good. There it is. Hole all the way through. Perfect. Now, let me get this off here. Didn't leave much there on that no cut line, did I?
You're going to leave that jam truck there so you can sand it? And
I
finish
did
it?
sand it already.
Oh, have you? Right. Don't know if you're going to seal it and finish it, but no. Don't worry.
No, I don't think I need it. It's fine. Sand, it's grand. It's grand. What does it need sanded for? It's a mallet.
I know, but
It's for clunking things. Just needs a bit of oil on it or something. Surely.
Clunking things.
Yeah, the bashing stick.
I like the word.
It's a clunky,
Clunky.
clunky thing. Right, so that's a clunky thing. So we need a handle.
We do.
Well, let's go with the handle. How big a handle do we
long
need?
handle. Well, don't need it long handle. Well, it depends on how
Let's
much
see
of
if
a
it
swing
stands
you
up.
want to give it.
Look at that there, Peach stands up. Look, it's got a nice.
You want to give a small swing, short handle, big swing, big handle.
Yeah, that's perfect, Brian.
I think maybe that's the length of the handle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
Well-
something like
Yeah, that looks.
because a bit
Look
bent.
The
at
that
thing
that.
first
is, you're making it for that bloke who stood by the lathe there, so
Oh,
you
that's
can
true.
just
Yeah.
use his hand
Yeah,
and
that's
measure
it,
as you
yeah.
go.
It's for me.
Yeah.
I written up. I forgot about that.
Check your hand length and think, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut the bent bit off of this. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
If you got hands the size of dinner plates, you need a longer handle.
Hands like Pete, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Got
Shovels.
dainty, delicate hands. I don't know what you're on about.
Whoa.
Shovels.
They're paws.
I think that
Who's
should
that guy who used to be on Ready Steady Cook? What's he called again?
Ainsley.
Ainsley Harriott.
Ainsley Harriott.
Ainsley Harriott, right? Me and my daughter Rebecca went on Ready Steady Cook once,
Don't pat my
and he
jaws.
shook my hand. He got hands like dinner plates, and it wrapped round mine twice. Huge, great thing. I
Well,
think he only used 2 fingers to shake hands. You know, that's how big
he's
his
a
hands
tall
were.
fellow, though, isn't he?
He's tall and he's big,
Big lad.
and his hands are huge.
Bit like Peach, yeah.
Yeah, a bit
Harvey
like
Klein
me,
has
yeah.
just came in. Good evening, Harvey.
I
Hello,
know
Harvey.
two
Evening.
people with
Hi,
huge
Harvey.
hands. In fact, 3. Pete, Steve, and Lewis.
Lewis has big
Lewis is-
paws as well.
Lewis has got giant paws and all. Yeah.
Christine and Michael have joined us. Evening, Christine, Michael.
Hi, Christine and
Yeah,
Michael.
both of you.
Welcome along.
Yeah.
I'll use these. I'll use these just because I've got them.
You like them, don't you?
Oh, that's
Mm,
nice.
deep. Deep grippers.
Yeah, nice. Like long gripper jaws, little job.
I like the shark type jaws.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't got them for the sharp tooth on the outside as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pete has a nice set on a.
they are nice. Those. I mean, the
I don't know if I like that.
No.
the
I'll
metal
go
on
for-
them is like
I'll go
almost
between
half
centre and
inch
first
thick.
anyway.
They're very strong.
Yeah, good strong.
Yeah,
What
put it
chuck
between
have you got
centers
them on,
first,
Pete?
and then get it to fit exactly. Be good with it.
Mhm. I just want to try them. 'Cause,
Try them out, Brian. Use everything you got.
well, that's the plan.
That looks like the pencil that you got from Klingspor.
Well, this,
Top end. Yeah. I know it's
That's
not,
right.
but it looks like it.
it does a bit. Where
They
is
were
the Klingspor
inspired
pen?
by Klingspor's colour scheme.
Oh, look.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is.
It's very nearly the same yellow.
Yep.
Klingspor.
Is
Right.
Rob in today or not? I don't know.
I'm saying
No,
seen
didn't
him.
see him.
No,
So put these little jaws on just as will do.
We put your woodworm screw. Your what's the name?
If you don't drop them on
Between
the floor,
centers.
yeah, that's what I'm good.
Step drive first. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, you
Oh,
don't need
okay.
the jaws for the step drive, do you?
Yeah, because the jaws grip it.
yeah, so the jaws are closed in the middle. Hold it.
As I told you, there's a little groove in that kind of sits in.
Ah.
Chucky, there it is.
I'll have to look at that, Chuck.
There we go.
I looked at it years ago. When I changed from my Imperial lathe to M33, it was time to change chucks, and that was one I looked at. But at that time, there weren't that many jaws for it.
Mm.
And we're talking, I don't know, about 150 years ago, I think that was.
Mm.
And they had like the basic jaws, but they didn't have that many to choose from. I think they've improved it since, but
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of jaws.
yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 sets when I looked, and they weren't that impressive. So that's why I ended up with Axminster.
I got no
Yeah,
Axminster
They
ones.
could do a bigger set of jaws because the biggest one I've got currently is 90 mil. And it is the minimum tenon size, 90 mil. So you probably go out to about 100.
Yeah, that's big enough for a lot of things, Brian.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I was thinking if they had a 5-inch set of jaws, it might be better. But maybe there's no call, no market for it. Really.
Well, that's the thing, in it. People don't buy the jaws. They won't market them. I think my biggest gripper jaws are 100 mil internal and 110 outside. So that's it. Not
There's
much
probably
bigger
some of
than
that
that.
science stuff involved in that somewhere as well.
There is, yeah.
It would be
Torque
depending on the
and
ratio of the
speed.
scroll and
Yeah,
Yeah.
the amount of pressure they can get on.
get on
Could
it.
be.
Yeah.
Go too big with the jaws, it's not going to work.
But they don't do a short jaw either.
No.
I mean, the 4-inch gripper jaws from Axminster held that oak, 8-inch square oak, 4 foot long. It never moved. It was solid.
Now, I can't remember the numbers, but there are some numbers that
I don't think
clever people will know. But the SK114 has got extra pressure compared to the SK100.
That's it,
I
right?
just thought so.
Because of the ratio
that.
of gearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go get another piece of wood because I've cut this far too short.
That is way too short. Where'd you cut that short?
Yeah, it is a
What's
little,
all
isn't
that
it?
about?
I made the
short.
rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Forgot to take into account the tanner.
Yeah, way to go then. See you in a minute.
Rookie mistake.
Nope, that handle isn't long enough.
No, it's not. No.
No,
Would have been
Andy, he's
less than
not. He's
3
going to get
inches off.
another bit. He's going to cut
Yeah, I'll
another
get another
piece.
I'll get
He has lots of bits of it there.
There's a lot.
just have to go outside here for a second.
His
I'll get
wood
another
supplier has made sure he's got enough.
Because I only posted my bandsaw blades yesterday, and he's got a blunt one over there, so he can't cut another piece.
And I have a blunt one.
Yeah, well, that's self-inflicted though with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
compliments of a nail.
That's a
They
straight
shall not cut nails with bandsaws.
Yeah. No, idiots should not bash nails into trees.
I love it. Idiots shouldn't bang nails into trees without telling you. Because then the tree 5 years later grows around it. 10 years later.
That's it, exactly.
Oh, look, that'll do.
Oh, that's better. Now that's the size
That's
it's got
more
to
like
be.
it. I
That's,
would carry it
that's
from that.
better, Brian. That's better.
Because you can always trim it
Oh,
shorter if you want to, but
yeah.
you can't trim it longer very easily.
I'll use that bit later.
And Todd of Glencove Works just said, just put an extension in the middle of the handle.
Yeah.
Could do that. Some great ideas.
Easier to get another bit of wood though, Todd.
I've got five.
It's got tons of it.
The baker's trays that you get. The bread comes in.
Yeah, the bread things. Yeah.
I have 5 of those full of this.
He has.
From
It's
4
huge
inch-
for anybody
from
that
4
doesn't
inch down
know.
to 2 inch.
It's like a weed, grows like a weed,
Grows like a weed here.
but it's beautiful.
You need to get a wood stretcher, mate. That would have sorted you out either.
Yeah, wood stretcher would have done it.
Oh, good. I
Wood
never thought of that.
stretcher.
Yeah, wood stretcher.
Excellently cut, like exactly the length of his tool rest.
There's a couple of little branches on there.
Oh, that's what you want for figure.
Yes, give it a bit of
The more
character.
branches, the better. That's the best of little branch pieces of you like that. That has
With
loads of
twigs coming
character.
off it.
Yeah, the more twigs, the better.
Right, so that's. Don't want to get too narrow at that end. And we can have it a little bit narrower in the middle. There's the branch there. Let me see if I can find that branch for you.
So that'll be your handle in the branch, won't it?
There's a little tiny
You
branch
got a
coming
bit to
out
go
there.
there yet, though.
Yeah, well, I haven't got to go down yet.
You
Now
were
we're
such a
standing
lovely
shape.
wood to cut.
Oh, it is, aye.
You could even leave a little bit of bark on, Brian.
Could. Not gonna.
No.
Make sure you cut into the artwork then, so it looks nice.
Todd's put half a quote up there. He said, measure twice, cut once. He then forgot to say, then measure, swear a lot, measure another twice, and cut the second time.
Yeah.
The second time, yeah.
That's funny. I think we've all been in that. We've all been in that cartoon.
Oh, done it
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
hundreds of times.
And that's after kicking the crap out of the tape.
That's it. Yeah.
Launching the tape out the door. Now we're getting down past this campaign layer, are we?
See a bit of colour just starting to show.
Hopefully.
No,
Oh, no,
we're
still
still,
the bark.
good bark.
still barking.
Still barking at you, mate.
It's all
No,
right. That's still too big for your hands, so that's fine.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Brian has
Well,
little paws.
I'm not worried about this first bit. I don't think.
Rob Copperhouse says you better take a clean-up break.
Gav says, measure twice, cut once, force it to fit.
Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, smack
Still
of a
a
mallet
big-
to soon get it to fit.
Ooh,
Still a
that's
bit of a big hand, though.
That's the purple starting to show here, I guess. Ooh, lovely.
Still a little bit of a big hand, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to go in the chuck yet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to go in the chuck.
That's it. You cut about 2 inches off the end, Bry. Be perfect.
Yeah. Can I? I'm just trying to see where it would look best. And would they really want that branch in it?
Yeah, of course you do.
Actually, you've no choice because it's in the middle
So
of
long
the
as that is up,
Yeah.
In the middle now, you're right. Boy.
as long as that is up
You
next
can't
to
take it
the mallet head, I would say it's fine.
Right, where's my
You
calipers
don't want that
again?
in the middle of your palm when you're hitting. But
Yeah, Zed's got a good point there, Brian. Before you go too much further, he says he's remembering the way to get an oval handle by off-center turning, so you could off-center that and get an oval handle.
I don't want an oval
that
handle.
works with hammers. It doesn't work with mallets because
I
mallets
don't.
heads
I
around.
don't. I don't like oval handles anyway. So I won't be doing oval handle. But I take your point. You could easily. Let's just make this. This is the end that's going into the handle, or
You
into
get
the
right
head.
size in.
So you need that 22 mil, isn't it?
22
Is
mil
it
is the drill size.
22? So you want it 21.5?
And a quarter.
Yeah. You're gonna wedge it and glue it, or just glue it?
Wedge it and glue it. Yeah.
Good man.
Why are them calipers white?
They're not. It's just the light on them.
No, they are
No.
white.
They
So,
are
they're
you,
right.
white.
so as you can see them.
Oh, I thought it was shiny. You painted them white.
I painted them white, yeah, so as you can see them.
God, these are...
Wouldn't be Brian if it wasn't painted.
That's
I
true.
bet you have your fork in exactly the same place when you have your tea.
Right, so that's slightly bigger. So we'll take the smaller parting tool now. And we'll just make it to make a bit right at the very end here to the right size. There. Now we can work our way back to that. Oh, that is it.
That was a good
Perfect.
guess, mate.
Good guess.
I was going to say that was a nice bit of skill going on, but
I ruined it on
No,
you,
it's a
did I?
bloody guess.
you kind of ruined
Yeah,
that on
he's
me
in.
there, didn't you?
Yappy makes in. Hello, Yappy. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
go back
buddy.
to this because that one's blunt.
Good evening.
Just taking enough.
Susie's keyboard is broken.
Oh no.
Yeah, because she would have
Who?
typed in there, why haven't you gold leafed those calipers so you can see that? But she
Ah,
hadn't
she might have
typed it
fallen.
because her keyboard's
She
broken.
might have fallen asleep though.
She- She was thinking of Pete, was she?
She was thinking it, yeah.
Zombies. Zed says, "Isn't that an indicator of being a werewolf or something?" White calibers.
Probably, yeah.
Better than being a zombie anyway.
Susie
good.
fixed the keyboard, but she still wants them to be gold leafed.
With a purple handle.
Bit more, yeah.
One more.
Another inch, because you and then inch off the other end is going to be the right hander, isn't it? I don't think Yappy. I don't think he's colouring the toes. This is he painted it white so you can see it because he's like old, isn't he?
His old mince pies aren't as good as they used to be.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, shut up.
Yeah, you should cut that straight. Really.
There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
you
with
need
his
to cut
beard.
that straight, Brian.
Because
You need to cut that straight, mate.
that is much easier than that.
That's
don't
miles
get
out.
I know it is. I know.
Oh, I'm just checking.
I know. I'll measure this end, Terry, and then I'll make them match the two bits together. Is that not the best way to go?
It is.
Go here.
And if it's
Works
an
for me.
actual long piece, you can gauge middle as well with the calipers
Calipers.
as you go, and not guess it.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
These
I'm going
two.
to sharpen this thing
I was just going to say that thing needs a rub.
because it's what
Right.
we call blunt. Oh,
Oh.
good man, Pete.
Another one.
What time
Yeah,
are
been
they?
running for an hour.
I need 25 degrees on the angle of the dangle.
Fine business.
And I need power. It's only a little bit blunt.
It's only blunt on one end.
I should put a little block on here so they get it straight.
Use your eyes. I can.
Yeah. And I've already painted the caliper white. Yeah, okay. Use your eyes, he says.
Full of good suggestion.
Tell you what you need to do, Brian. You need to check that depth there for your glue joint because that looks smaller than it should be. My eyes. But then who am I? Looking at a little picture about 5 inches square. It does look smaller.
It was a bit.
What are you
The
talking about?
suggestion, the red,
I'm not
the
saying
red
anything.
mallet
Check.
matches
Put your
the
calipers
frame.
on the back end. On the back end there.
This end?
Just to check. No, the other end.
Other end. There.
Oh, that's wrong.
That's the right size or not? Don't more to come up. My
Oh,
eyes.
wait a minute till I measure my my calipers. Oh, there they are.
Measure the calipers.
I'll measure the calipers because I set them slightly bigger than it should have been. As you do.
Mm.
Yeah, that's 24 mil. So
Only
I'm
going
taking-
21 and a half
I know.
or 21 and
But I
3/4.
purposely sent it bigger, Terry.
So you can take your time getting down there.
That's the size it should be.
Right. Okay.
Okay, happy now.
Happy now.
Have you?
Because these are just a rough edge, just a rough guide.
Mm.
It will be when you've got it the right size. I mean,
Yeah.
get on with it.
Yeah. Get on with it. Stop
Quit
fiddling.
whinging.
The suggestion of a bit of chameleon flake for your mallet to make it easier to see.
Yep.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
A chameleon
Chameleon
flake on your
flake.
mallet, make it easier to see it.
That's a good idea.
Don't forget to undercut that slightly so it sits on the edge of the handle. Not.
I'll
Yeah.
undercut in a minute, Terry. Not quite there yet. Just a fraction more to
Little,
go.
little smidgen.
Just a gnat.
Yep.
That might be too tight because you had to pull it.
I did have to.
Allow for
Yeah.
glue, haven't you?
I do.
I found that. I had to allow for, and I didn't allow for the glue,
Just
and then I do it
another
again.
little tiny bit just to be on the safe side. I'll do. It should burst now, I think. Takes a long time to slow down, actually. Yeah, no, could go another little bit.
A bit big. Yeah. Well. Thing is, the glue will take up some of the problems. You know,
It
if you
will.
got any dips.
Yes, it will.
There we go.
Whereas if you're too big, you can't get the damn thing in. You got to put it back on again.
Perfect. So that's that.
And you're going to wedge it.
Yeah,
This is
we're
the
gonna
perfect time to get that down with a perfect skew cut and then mess it up on the last cut.
I was just going to say that, skew, and then get a real big tear in that glue joint. Get your skew out, Brian. He's not going to that.
Does it his way?
Todd said it's a good thing Terry and Brian are in different countries. Doesn't think one country can handle them both. Very true.
Good man, Todd.
That's true, Todd. But when I visit him, it's bedlam. I'll tell you that when we go
yeah.
over there. Or
Oh,
he
yeah.
comes over here. It's absolutely bedlam.
Malcolm Douglas has suggested to cut some grooves along the length for glue.
Yeah, but then, you know, if you make a few little dips, then
I
the glue
find
sits in it anyway.
a skew catch works perfectly for that.
Yeah. Skew catch is lovely anyway. And it runs all the way back and you just sand that bit off and the glue holds in the scroll.
A little bit
Still
more.
a bit bigger, right? Yeah. Thing is, it's horrible getting it like just not good enough, and then you gotta hammer the damn thing in or put it back on. Better have a little bit loose, actually.
Yeah, because the wedge will take it out anyway.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
Yeah, look at that. Look.
It's
All the way along.
about a mil loose, which will be fine.
That's fine. That's
and
perfect.
tightening up as it goes to the bottom, and it should be perfect at the bottom. There we go. And it just starts to get loose about there.
That's fine, because the glue and the wedge will widen it out and you'll be bang on, buddy.
Of course, my man. Of
It'll be
course.
tickety boo.
Got to shape your handle now.
The boo of the tickety. Now, first thing I want to do is go in there and just take a little undercut under there. And I'm going to use this little pattern tool just to do that.
Okay.
So we'll take a little undercut there.
That's a good plan.
Yep, just so it holds a bit of glue that squeezes out and also a nice face fit in it.
Glue catching cup. It also
Glue
covers
catching
up
cup.
mistakes you made on the mallet head.
Yeah, covers up the mistakes, yeah. Now,
There's no mistakes. It's just happy little accidents.
let's see.
Well, whenever I make a thinning, I always do a slight undercut to cover
Yeah.
up the mistakes I make on the bit I'm cutting.
Yeah, me too. I always make
Good-
a little.
Good plan,
undercut.
Pete.
That's called creative turning.
Right, so we're going to make a little bit of a. A little bit of a cove there.
Apparently, it's Chris's turn to do the next nappy change.
Oh no,
Oh, crikey.
and that's fine. That just fits my finger nicely, like that. That's good. But what I don't like is that little line there. So we'll remove that. There.
That's better.
And then take that edge off, back to about there, and take some of the meat out of it. Working on
Chris.
the principle of cutting downhill all the time.
Chris asked you if you're listening, mate, just to let you know. Katie says, you go to sleep, darling, after this because she's happy to do all the nappy changes all night. No problem.
Did she actually say that, or did you just make that up?
He's
What
made
do you
that
What do you
up.
think, Brian?
Something like that.
It was worse to that effect, wasn't it? Oh, look at that. That's nice in there. Look, oh,
Yeah,
wee bits of-
Terry borrowed my creative comment reading glasses.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's what I was thinking.
I borrowed Pete's AI. And yeah, you have to put your respirator on them, Chris. I remember once when, I can't remember if it was with Nicholas or Rebecca, one of them anyway. Ruth went out for the evening. And when she came back, it was packed with newspaper.
Wonder how far that goes in.
Terry, you're a worry.
She come back, she said, well, they got newspaper around their legs. I said, yeah, well, it's starting to leak out, and I didn't have the art to change it. You come with it.
Newspaper.
So she had the nappy plus the newspaper to get rid of.
Oh dear.
Excuse me.
She didn't ask me to do it again after that.
That's
Funny
it.
that. It was a
She's
ploy
going to
of
get rid of
yours.
that. But that's
Yeah,
in
that was
there,
the
so
plan,
that's
Joe, I think.
Mm.
My daughter was
Where?
really quite small when she was born, and my wife rather nervously left me with her on. She was about a week old.
Oh.
Um,
Like 4 pound in weight.
she was literally about 4 pound in weight.
Yeah.
And when my wife came home, the child had got into a right mess, so I completely changed her into different clothes. But I opened the door for my wife to come in, and she couldn't see she was changing into different clothes because she was actually the size of my hand. She was pinned to my shoulder.
But your hands are the
So,
size of a 2-year-old.
yeah, so my daughter was completely hidden by my hands, and it was only when we came in and took her off me, she realised that she'd been completely changed into new outfits.
Perfect.
The other outfits were in the wash for her to deal with.
Oh, I'm
I used to
so
like-
glad I've not.
I
had
used to like
children.
going up to the special care baby unit where our kids, both of them actually were on there for about 6 weeks.
There we go. That'll do.
And I used to go up and feed them in the middle of the night when I was on night shift. They said, no father comes up here and feeds the kids at this time of night. I said, I'll do. I'm a kid.
So, Brian, use that
Yeah.
special measuring gauge you got. Make sure it's the right size.
Special measuring gauge. What for?
Ruler.
The one's on the end of your wrist there,
This one.
that measuring tool.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's it. Fits.
Now you know
Lovely.
what length you want it to be.
Mark it behind your wrist where you want it to end.
See, that's a wee trigger finger bit.
Trigger.
Yeah.
finger.
And you just
can
want a
pull the
little
trigger
bit,
on
so
your hand.
Half
you
inch
want a little
sticking out
bead
the
on
end.
the end of some sort so that it doesn't fly out your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go here. So finger there. There is the end.
Well,
Where's that
what Pete
pencil?
was saying, but
This
Zed's
is it.
put it in. He said, use your eye chronometer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
it's
ball on the end. Yeah.
It's
just
an
a
eye
little,
chronometer.
just a
Well, I
little,
don't know.
bump
See, I
there
don't-
just to stop it flying out. And because if it goes out your hand on the backswing, it goes upwards, and then you've got to run away because
Yeah.
it's going to come
Yeah,
down on
that's
your
true.
head.
you hit you in the chin. Is that what you're saying?
Or in the head as
So
it comes
let's just,
down.
let's just make a little. Let's just do this. Go from there. Put a little bead in there.
It's an anti-slide mechanism.
And then just taper that handle down to that bead.
Yeah, just so it doesn't fly upwards. Todd Glencoe said Wayne would have been done an hour ago. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's not
Wayne
the
was
point.
done an hour ago. Then if Brian had done this an hour ago, you'd all be.
Yeah, but
You'll
sure,
be
just something about fun
watching
here. Is this not?
TV. You'll be watching TV.
Entertain you as well.
You wouldn't be able to chat because it'd be finished. However, we would still be chatting.
I mean, Chris wouldn't know the head
Well,
of the next snappy change was down to
Yeah.
him.
We're
That's
just
right,
here for
we
the
know
chat. I mean, I know I could have done this in half an hour or 15 minutes. So I was just messing about, but that'll do. What we'll do is,
But I'm reckoning all the others are watching here now. Get back on your lays. Get your pictures done of the workshop mallet to skcrafts@btinternet.com by the 12th, and we'll see what you've produced.
Exactly.
Our Pete's put the link in again. There we are. email address.
There we go.
SK Crafts, spelled with 2 Ks.
And we're going to take it off about there somewhere.
beatinternet.com. Yeah.
So who has
Round
made
that off,
their
Brian.
mallets already?
You're going to round it off, put a little bead on the bottom and a little knobble on the end or not?
No knobble.
No knobble.
No, because sometimes you want to use that end as a thumping bit, don't you?
No. Use a flat end at the top. There you go.
Very nice.
I know. I could have done that with a skew. I know.
No, yeah, but you had the tool in
I
your
could have
hand,
done that
didn't
with a
you?
skew too.
I mean, you still get a catch with it, didn't you? You know, but you had the tool in your hand, so you know, let you off there. The thing is, well, you know,
Oh, look at that. Love that.
look at that. See,
Perfect.
same the other way, and you'd be perfect.
No.
And that's get complicated now, isn't it, Pete?
Dancer with Arbox says if you put a handle on both ends, you could use it in either hand.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is it's
Huh?
really difficult to put the wedge in.
I'm
Yeah.
confused by that. I'm confused by that.
We all are.
That's the idea.
But basically, you could use it with 2 hands, then, Mike.
You can use it with both hands now, can't you?
Yes, Joe.
Yeah, it's a joke, Joe.
Well, yeah.
Dewey's
Glad I got it.
said Brian would be a lot faster and cleaner if Terry didn't talk so much.
Shut your mouth to me. Wait till I get over to you.
Mike has done his. I seen your video, Mike, today. Good job.
That's a good one. Martin's got a Martin Woody Creation says leather binding round the handle would be good, Brian.
Oh, now.
That's posh, Brian. That is leather binding. I mean,
Now that you mention that, I'm not doing it.
he's not doing it.
All right.
Yappy, you're due for a new mallet. You say, well, get it in with before the 12th. Get a picture in to Steve, and it could be on the collage on YouTube.
Yeah, still a week and a half.
Montage.
It doesn't matter what the mallet design is. In fact, the
No.
more different designs, the better.
Yeah, lots of different designs.
Doesn't even matter whether it's useful or not.
Just got to be a
something-
mallet. You can
Something
break
that
chocolate
could
with
be
it.
sort
Who
of
cares?
Categorised somewhere near a mallet-ish.
Yeah, just you can
See,
do
I'm not sure
break
if I like
chocolate.
this end now. I'm not
Okay.
sure. The
Change
design.
end. Change end.
I don't
Change
like the handle.
Because this
No.
one is a better hand.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
So
simple.
smooth it out.
It's
Get
got
rid of
glare
that.
out and
Get rid of that lump.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Brilliant,
change it
Jappy.
then.
You do that.
I've just
that
looked
handle's
at
got
it.
no shape to it anyway. It's quite a
Yeah,
boring
it's just-
handle you got there.
You're right.
Yeah. No,
You're
the
right.
ball on the end of it. Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
No,
Doesn't
looks
work.
like
Just
looks like a
smooth that
wooden
ball
willy.
out. Smooth that
Looks
ball out the
It's like
ring.
something we shouldn't be turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We won't go down there.
I just don't like the shape of it.
That's better. That's
That's
better. Make it thinner in the middle now, and that will.
I don't want to make it too much thin in the middle.
No.
No.
Just associate you got a bit on the end. If you're gripping it there.
Yeah,
it
just
won't
slightly
slide out your
tapered out on
fingers.
the end. Flared out. That's the word.
Yeah, flared. That's the word. Good job. You know the old vocabulary, William.
Martin Woody
Vocabulary.
Creations have got some Lignum Vitae bowls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
one.
Terry's live last week. I did a video a month ago. It's great. They cut really
Yeah,
nice.
Lignum Vitae is beautiful. Mine turned out. I didn't because it's a black bowl, black bowl. And when I turned it out, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Colours
you
of them
don't
are
get
really
to see
nice.
the colour until
No,
you cut through all the rubbish on the outside of it.
just amazing.
It's really nice.
That'll do. That's a much.
Ah, that's
Stop doing
better.
that. It's a much better shape now.
Yeah.
That'll do.
And it's got a really nice weight to them as well. So it's,
Yeah, haven't they? So yeah.
it doesn't make a carving mallet because you get really quite. I was going to use the word that I would normally use in that phrase, but you would get rather exhausted if you were trying to use the
The whole ball.
heavy mallet all day long carving.
Yeah.
You were lucky I didn't say knackered then, wasn't it?
No. Well, I knew you was going to say that.
I thought he was going to say tired.
Pushed.
No.
In fact, I went up to. I had to do a demonstration at the local church for the ladies up there and the men. You know, they come along. On Monday,
Yes, Terry
After I
performing
did
for the
this.
ladies again.
after I did this on the Sunday, this mallet, and I took it up there just to show them things to do. And I was going to take a piece of formica to burn lines in because I was showing them all, and they all wanted to have a go, you know. So they were making dibbers, you know, with lines in,
Oh, yeah.
burned lines. And I didn't have any. I forgot to take the formica with me, so I got a piece of pine. I thought, damn it, I got to break a piece of wood somewhere. So I got a piece of 2-inch pine, got the skew chisel on the edge, and whacked it with the new mallet, and split a piece of wood off to burn the lines. Worked a treat.
There we go.
Oh,
And they said, "Oh, you
Terry,
could damage a mallet." I said, "Well, it's a mallet. That's what it's for."
That's what it's for.
Terry,
That's for.
You know?
when you're in that situation next time, you send one of them out to buy you a Magnum ice cream,
Yes. And
and then
use,
eat the
yes.
Magnum and use the stick.
Yeah, I got lots of the sticks. 'Cause I eat Magnums. I got loads of them.
Well, yeah, but you've
I
got to
forgot to
send
take
one
it
out
with
to
me.
Magnum ice cream so you can do it there and then. A
There
live
and then, yeah.
demonstration of how you prepare the tool.
How you could eat the Magnum, burn the thing. But yeah, it was good. But it actually worked because I needed a bit of timber in a wedge shape, so I just give it a whack. This wedge come off.
Yeah, I mean, this
Use
is a
that
spin
brand
so you
new
can
mallet.
wire burn this just as easy.
Wire burn, formica, bit of wood, bit of Magnum stick, anything.
Two things.
Just
You do.
something to
Just 'cause,
cause friction, build up
Cut this
heat,
end off.
and
Yeah.
you burn.
Cut this end off.
use your fingernails if you want, but you know.
Which I'll
In actual
do on
fact,
the
you can
laptop.
use a wide skew chisel and just push it in and it'll burn it up.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Through the
Let's go
bandsaw.
into the bandsaw.
Hope it does a better job cutting than mine.
Yeah, rubbing actually. He's rubbing it off.
New blades are on their way. They're in the post. They're on their way.
In the way.
Come good man, Pete.
On the
Just,
way, William.
Pete was
You
ever so
should have-
kind to send us over.
Pete, you should have ordered a what's the name? Metal detector as well, so he can go over his trees with it, or his logs.
La, 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 la,
See if there's
la,
any
la.
metal in there.
It's a horrible sound when you hear it.
That's them
It
two
is.
bits off.
Robert Copperell says sand it with the grain too. Now, I mentioned this in my video. If you're making a handle or something like this, don't sand it beyond 180 because when you get to 240, it gets slippy.
Yeah.
Um,
You want it grippy and stick some
it's not
sanding
long
sealer
grip,
on it and it'll
so
grip it up.
180 is as far as people sand one of these.
Yeah, I think sanded up as far as 24, Pete, is enough.
24
Yeah,
grit would be
24
grand. Yep.
Yeah, 24 grain.
If you
Yeah.
do any more than that, you're just gonna make it slippy.
I must admit, I did sand mine to 240, then sanding sealed it, and it's
Well, I
quite
just
nice.
sanded that to 120. That's all it is.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. Oh no.
The guy who works in
look.
the handles, he also
Upside
does
down.
demonstrations.
It
Right way,
fits.
Brian. That's it.
Handle.
Is it nice balance, Brian? Put it in your hand. Nice
Uh,
balance. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Right. So you need to cut a groove in that now and make yourself a wedge.
I've already helped the wedge.
Wedgie.
One
Make yourself back to the bandsaw then.
Ooh, that's a big wedge.
Susie says
Don't
lemon oil.
Don't
Yeah,
forget to cut
lemon
the
oil
wedge
is
the
good
right
choice.
width.
As he
Yeah.
takes it with him.
Because if not, the wedge splits. You know, it actually goes into the wood and makes it look horrible. So cut it exactly the right width and then bang, goes in perfect.
Yes, Terry.
It's all right, just checking.
Yes, yes.
Make sure you're alert. Yes, we can
That's
We
that's a
agree.
great mallet. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
use that to stake vampires. You certainly could.
I'll do. That's close to the
Susie Swissfur Turner says lemon oil.
Lemon oil.
melon oil. I can do that too. I've got some of that. How wide is that cannon? 22 mil, isn't it? 22 mil is there on my banter. Not that you can see what I'm doing, but now that's on a wee tiny piece of wood, so get another piece of wood to push it.
Yeah, he says you could give it a CA finish.
Isn't your bandsaw in the East Wing, Brian?
East Wing, yeah.
It is.
Is it
It's
my
in the
bandsaw
other
that's
workshop,
down in
Brian,
the workshop, yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, it's in the East Wing of his
Yeah, now he's a two
In the
workshop
east wing, yeah.
owner. He'll get fed up with that, and he'll build another one, make it 3 workshops.
I was actually thinking about that today.
Oh,
I
I
wasn't.
know you were, because I've seen the gap between your new workshop and the fence.
Mine
You got
the
at
gap.
least another 40 feet,
Well,
30
no,
feet.
not 40 feet.
30 feet. You got
Have a good bit. Have a good bit, but not as much as that. You're exaggerating again.
30 feet.
Told
I
you
reckon you got there.
Told you a million times not to exaggerate.
On your fingers on that wedge.
So that was the industrial sander.
All right.
Where is the glue? Hoi polloi. There's some piece
Glue
of
up
glue
time, is
somewhere.
it?
Right.
This
this
is
is-
riveting. Where's
This
the
is
music?
riveting. Yeah.
I added the last bit of that comment, but you know, I knew it was coming.
This is riveting. Yeah.
Shut up, Zed. They're very cheap of that man. He even said my music was bad, and I haven't played music for months.
Years.
I'm going to have to do a video so as I can put some music on it. Just a
Marie
noise.
Klein has just joined us. Hello, Marie.
Just a
Yeah.
noise.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Right, move that out of the way, move that out of the way, move that out
Oh,
of the
well
way.
done, Marie. That's
Marie's given
brilliant.
a thumbs up. I haven't done that yet.
No,
Was he
Marie
owned it?
says, "Hello, guys. I didn't want to be left out, but Harvey and I always watch together, so I've signed in, gave a thumbs up, and of course said hello."
You see these
We're in
things, try to open these.
San Leandro, California, USA. Wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
This is how old guys open these bottles.
Yeah, that's it. I'm the same.
Long nose pliers.
Yeah, I
So
just went
bad,
over and
wasn't
give you a thumbs up,
itself.
Brian. I don't know if you've earned it really, but
Yeah.
Who gave me a
Hello,
thumbs
Brian.
up?
Bloody heck.
Marie Klein gave you a thumbs up,
I
and
like,
Harvey.
I like a lot of glue.
It's
to
not
clean it.
nice. So I see.
I like to
Yeah.
clean it up.
You get the paper towel, mate, just to wipe it off when it runs out the bottom end.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Wait a minute, I give it a bit of a spread about with my finger.
Zed says, "Sorry, Brian, but I couldn't hear you over the phenomenal soundtrack." I'll take it that was a bandsaw.
Shut up, Zed. Right, so there.
There.
And in there.
Twist. There you go. Look at that. Look. Grew there.
And that goes in there.
That goes in there. Wall up. Need a mallet now, Brian. And you make another mallet to
Fresh
that
wallop.
in with.
I'll quickly make a mallet. Oh, here's one I made earlier.
There. That's it.
God, mind your fingers.
Back
Should
to the
be enough.
industrial sander.
Oh, back to the bandsaw first, I think.
Oh, here we go. Wait for the soundtrack, Zed.
Sounds on, Zed.
There we go.
That's it. Quick run on the
Onto
sander.
which is in the second wood shop. Sounds like an old singer sewing machine.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like he's treadling that one. Not quite the blues. Alex.
Switch the battery charger off instead of the sander.
And here he
Oh,
comes
wow.
back, and we got a perfectly sanded Look at that. Look.
It's a mallet.
Through there.
Action.
And we'll
Good
get a little
job.
bit of lemon oil so that Susie gets pleased this evening.
Mike Dances Varbuck says, which came first, the mallet or the wedge? I think the egg.
Conundrum.
It's a
So
a
Brian, once
conundrum.
you've put some oil on that, take a photograph of it. Change it
Send
to
it to Steve.
that email address, what I just put in the chat,
SK Crafts.
by the
BT
12th of
Internet.
May.
And you might be in the collage on YouTube
Montage.
of people taking part in the hashtag challenge.
I need more oil.
You see, you're Scottish. Wasn't that much more oil?
Loads.
You're supposed
we
to
need to go
soak
to the
it.
carpentry store, mate.
What?
Oh, blimey.
We need to go to the carpentry store.
We do. Oh, I've got a bit of glue stuck in the bottom. Oh, damn. No, I'll fix that. It's a mallet. It's a mallet. What are you worried about?
Exactly. It's going to get hammering.
Let's go to get a bashing.
I'm a bit disappointed by that U. It's not very.
No. We didn't go deep enough to get the
not
camera
very
layer off,
U-ish.
did you?
Well, I have. It's kind of. There's the white there, and then it's.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
just
not, yeah, not much dark,
Yeah,
is it?
not very.
Young branches, I suppose.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Give it 6 months, it'll be darker.
Don't forget, Yappy. Now you've said you like this, you need to make one now. Send it to the
Needs more oil.
address that Pete put in just above your comment.
Come on.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
we
it's
haven't done a hashtag
wow.
challenge for quite a while because of
No.
circumstances.
Yeah, but well,
Um,
Steve's been very busy and changed his job
and
and things.
We were chatting about it the other week after, I think it was Brian's live, might have been Terry's.
That was mine last week.
We decided
Brian's.
that we really need to bring this back.
Ooh.
And being like the 1st of May today, it was this week, get it in from
This week
May.
is the opportunity. There we go.
So the challenge is back, and we really, really would appreciate as many of you as possible
Everybody.
getting
Taking part.
involved. Get in your workshops, make a mallet,
Get in your workshop, do a bit of turning.
get a picture in, and then there will be another challenge
Next
in
month.
a month or so.
You can see the
Maybe a
whole
couple of
handle. There you
weeks. It's a weekly challenge, so you know,
Yeah,
in
my
2,
two little
3,
mallets.
or 4 weeks, there'll be another one.
It's a weekly challenge every month.
go. It's
Yeah.
it's a challenge. We've done them sort of fortnightly or thereabouts.
Zed said
If
he's
you
gonna have
do-
to line up burr handle. And
Yeah.
they've got a smashy thing.
Well,
That
if you
sounds
do,
like
Zed,
fun.
don't forget to put a picture into Steve.
Yeah,
Where's
exactly.
he got to
We
send
want to
it?
see it work. We want to see everybody's work.
We can see it as well.
Where's he got
Yeah.
to send it? Has he got to send it there?
There, SK Crafts,
Steve at skcraft.
BTinternet.com.
btinternet.com.
By the 12th of the month. So you've got
If you
12
forget
days.
that, if you look
If
on
you're-
my
oh,
video,
yes,
that's
make
in
a
the
mallet.
comments on my
That's a
video.
nice mallet.
I'm sure
I like
Brian
that
will put it in
mallet.
the comments on this when he's done.
That's a nice mallet. I like it. Good heavy mallet.
Just right for bashing Mickey with
You
it
balance there. You
when
just
she steps out of turn.
and
It's
when
a good
Mickey steps
persuasion
there,
stick.
that picture's very close. Let's go there. There we go. One little mallet.
Beautiful.
Nice
Lovely job.
shape. I like the
Lovely
shape.
old
That
job.
sits into your
That's
hand nicely. Finger grip on a trigger finger at the top. What you put your finger in,
Finger.
give
Yeah.
it a wallop.
Zed, a gavel is fine.
Yep, gavel's
Yeah, it's a
fine.
mallet. Gal was a
Anything you want.
mallet. Same thing.
It's a mallet. Is a mallet. Is a
It's a
mallet.
mallet. Gal was a mallet.
If it's used for
Mason
striking
is
something,
mallet.
it's a mallet.
Anything that's got a connection to malletish type stuff.
A
Use
banging
your
stick.
imagination.
The bashing stick.
Banging
Yeah.
stick, yeah.
Yeah, bashing stick.
Oh, I know what we should have done, William. Should have made shillelaghs.
Anyway, in wood turning gossip, has anybody seen Thomas Lab's new lathe?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I did. Seen his unboxing.
VL300.
Derek Weston has just joined us. Hi,
Hey,
all.
Derek.
Question: why is Brian wearing slippers? Actually, he's not. He's
Because
wearing
he's
Not
Brian.
wearing slippers.
trainers, and they got steel toe caps.
These are red trainers, safety toe caps.
It's because he's
And,
Brian.
and no, I'm not
'Cause he's
dropping something
Brian,
on my toe
and he
just to demonstrate.
Yeah,
He
prove it. Drop that
No.
mallet on your toe.
Yeah, whack your mallet. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he got
No,
himself
no.
a Vic Mark VL300. It's very,
He
very
did.
nice.
I'm a wood turner,
Beautiful,
not a performance.
Rob
beautiful
did.
piece of kit.
Well done, Rob. I was thinking that. Do you know, I did a demonstration in Sheffield, which is about, I don't know, 70 miles from me, about 4 weeks ago, and I turned up and they said, you're the first person to use this brand new Vicmark VL 300, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I'm now considering, if I do change my lathe, to buy one of those.
I would have one in a heartbeat, apart from the fact that
Absolutely.
my workshop
amazing.
location would
Oh,
make
that's-
it impossible to get it here.
It was an amazing bit of kit. I loved it.
There we go. Yeah, I enjoy it. I
It's
think,
beautiful
well,
lathe.
is it the VL300s that Glenn Lucas has?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Well, he's 12 of them.
he's
Yeah.
12 of them, yeah. But it's absolutely stunning lathe to work
That's a
on.
good little
Beautiful
lathe,
lathe.
there's no doubt. It doesn't
Yeah.
it never miss a beat.
No,
They were very good. I enjoyed playing on them.
Yeah, they got a bit of polish to the way they work, haven't they? It's just can't
So,
really sort
talking
of say
about-
there's massively different. It's been wood round, but
yeah,
just
do it
but,
nicely.
but the actual when you use the speed control and everything else is so good, and the tailstock's so
Yeah.
good. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
bring you
I would
guys
have one
back
in a
in.
heartbeat. But I'd need to get a crane to lift it over the top of my house.
Hello,
So
Joe.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hello, Bright.
Hello,
Susie said,
everybody.
"Can the mouse balance on the handle?"
No, you're gonna whack it with a bloody mallet. Get rid of it.
Poor mouse.
Blimey, Yappy's saying those Vic marks in South Africa go for 10,500.
Yeah, but that's $5,000,
African
which is
rands,
roughly
yeah.
what they go for
That's
here.
$5,000.
No,
About the same here.
can't.
They're about £5,000 here, actually.
It's good, but it's not that good. No, you can't. It's too round.
Did anybody see on Facebook if you
We'll
know
just
him, of
hide them
course,
underneath it. There you
Tomislav?
Thomas,
go. Thomas,
yeah.
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 He just
Tomislav
got one
Tomasic.
given to him today.
No, it
Australia.
wasn't given to him. No, he bought
Wasn't
it.
it?
You bought it.
No,
Oh, he bought
he
it.
bought it.
Well,
Yeah.
he said thank you for Australia. I take it he was bequeathed it or something.
He
No.
got a discount, but
He got a little discount on it, yeah.
All right.
You wouldn't get
Who sells them here? It used to be Taylor Murfield, wasn't it?
Simon
Oh,
Simon
Simon,
also,
was that? Yeah. He don't do it now, though, does he? Got his own.
Yeah.
not. He does, eh?
He still do them.
Yeah, he still does them.
I think he
All right.
does, yeah. I think he does. So, there we go, guys. Hashtag.
Brilliant, Brian Way.
What do you
Then
call it?
Good job, Brian. Nicely done.
Where is my...
Well done, mate.
There's my thing there.
I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone comes up with.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a
Video.
go at mine tomorrow.
good. You do it live.
No.
No, he
And-
doesn't do that because his carrier pigeons can't fly fast enough.
Yeah, he can. You got bloody.
It sounds,
No,
it
I've
cameras.
sounds,
no-
to,
I've
it
no
sounds to
internet.
feel
He
doesn't
got
work.
if he's got cameras and videos, he can do it live.
I need
no
my
internet.
stick. I need my reaching stick again.
Pokey stick.
Could I just
Still
say,
have-
everybody,
Still
tomorrow
haven't
night,
reached it.
tomorrow night, Steve's on 7:45.
Yes.
SK Crafts is on YouTube, and he may do the hashtag. You never
He
know.
may turn, he
Right.
may turn them out.
might.
And Sunday night there's that that funny bloke. What's his name?
Oh,
good
temporary
looking
Terry.
sod, isn't he? Good
That's
looking.
Yeah.
the one. Yeah, yeah. He's
Hey.
on Sunday.
Me.
Temporary Terry.
Temporary Terry.
Yeah.
At Heckington Arts. I'll be there. 7
Posh,
o'clock.
posh Terry from Techington. I mean,
Yeah.
Heckington.
Posh Pink Terry.
First pink.
Posh
Yeah, look.
Terry.
Yeah,
Plenty
Terry.
of allotment today. Look at the suntan.
It's
Corking on
the
gas.
red flushed Terry.
This is a solar panel for a. I won't say it.
Machine.
No.
It's an X machine.
Yeah.
Don't tell Ruth that because she's gone to bed already because she's got to get up at 6. She's got to pick Robin up from take her to school tomorrow. So.
Right, that's me, yeah. Just get the
JP
shavings
sent
out.
you a message apparently, Terry.
Get them shavings out from underneath my feet.
I will, Jappy. Hang on. I'll have a look now.
Share your referral link. What's that? Referral link? What's your referral link? What does that
Check
say?
my messenger.
Oh, yeah. Like, if anybody doesn't use StreamYard and you want to use StreamYard, use my referral link, we. They may.
Yeah, use
give-
mine.
Yappy.
no,
nothing come
don't
up here,
use yours.
Yappy.
Use mine. This is my channel. You Brit.
You cheapskate.
Use mine. Brian's got enough money.
Put it on your own
Yeah,
channel.
Brian's
you rat
loaded. Brian's got money he hasn't even earned yet.
Actually, you don't get paid for that, do you?
Jappy, I haven't
man.
got anything
no,
from
you
Messenger
get,
from
you get
you
3 months, I think.
yet. But I will check it. It's there now. But you haven't come through yet.
Oh, look at this tape. My
Well.
seat.
Wait and see.
Oh, look at the posh chair. Look at the dirt of it.
Ah, for goodness
Oh
sake.
dear.
I'll have to get the Hoover out now. I can't stand that. That'll not work.
Look at him, look.
Oh, is that a new Hoover you've got, Brian?
No, it's the old one.
The
The
old
new
one's
Hoover's
in
in
next.
the West Wing or the
The-
East
the-
Wing.
The
The
new
other
one's in
one,
next
yeah.
door.
Ah.
I bought a
Not
new
here
one
yet,
because
yeah,
I can't
mate. I'm
bother
still
carrying
waiting.
that one from here to there.
Now he'll have a little robotic one now in a couple of months.
I was
Yeah.
so tempted, but they wouldn't cope with all these shavings.
No.
Good night, Mr. Douglas. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Take
Doug.
care,
Brian does.
Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Bye for now.
Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Bye-bye now.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks everybody for coming in.
See you Sunday. I may see you tomorrow as well. If you're at
I hope
Steve.
you've been
I'll see you
entertained for a
Sunday.
couple of hours on a Thursday night.
Yeah,
Next
it's all a
morning.
bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just about fun.
Yeah, and
It's
if you
not
have,
It's not
tap
about
that
education, not
thumbs
about
up for
anything.
Brian as well.
Better than
just
television.
It's just for a bit of laugh. And if you see something you fancy trying, good job. If not,
Just posted that again because why not?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
So,
come on,
what
Pete.
time's it now? 9:15. That's pretty good.
That's
A
not
good
bad.
time, Brian. You normally go on for ages, longer than me normally. God,
Yeah.
blimey.
Not a chance.
No, nobody goes on with you, Terry.
Not a hope in hell you're getting away with that.
Drag.
What
Don't
we're
do it,
turning
Joe.
next week? Who wants me to
Yeah.
turn something next week and send me the ideas?
Well, I'm not going to say
I'm
what I'm
gonna-
turning on Sunday, but I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
turn
redo that
something on
box
Sunday.
next week.
Oh,
I'm going to turn on Sunday what everybody can do.
I even put gold leaf on that box to please Susie and dropped it. Can't believe I did that.
You need
I
to
think-
start
Yeah.
having some
Make it
padding
again.
on the floor.
It
to catch it.
happens.
I'm going to
With an
turn
S.
something that every. Oh, got it, Javi. Come through now, mate. Thank you very much.
So if
Thank
you
God.
had lots of shaving on the floor, it would have been fine, wouldn't it?
Mm.
You weren't so obsessed with clearing up the floor.
So,
You
so
reckon it had a softer landing, Pete?
I hate to tell you this. There's logic in what you say, but no,
No.
I'm not leaving shavings on my floor. I was watching Wayne's last night when he knocked the camera over. Did everybody see that when he knocked the camera over? Shavings everywhere.
Did he?
Well, yeah, but
Ah.
that just came off what he just cut.
Well,
I mean, he was cutting a 24-foot bowl.
24 feet. Yeah.
24 foot.
16-inch bowl it was. It was a good big one.
There's mine. Brian's done his. There's mine. You lot now got to make yours.
I'll be on
Let's
it
have
on the case tomorrow.
Let's be
Yeah,
happy, you
That's
boys.
mine,
Let's be happy.
the one I made is over there.
And
Pete's
tell
done
you what,
his.
That's
tell
my
you
You
other
what,
got to
I've
make yours.
I've even got a camera with me today. So I'll take a picture of it along with said mouse. Picture taken. Edit said picture, get the tool marks out of it. And send it to Steve. So we're done. Anybody get any questions or
I just found mine.
I've just found yours, have you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
you got to make another one. That's not.
You're
That's
not
the
getting
old
away
one.
with You're
That's
not
the
getting
old
away
one.
with
That's
that.
not the new one. You got to make a new one.
Oh, that's good.
No pressure there.
No,
then.
I'll make another one.
this one I produced 3 years ago. Doesn't work. You got to make
4
a new
years
one.
ago.
I could have just stuck this one up. Took a picture and sent it
Yeah.
up. Said it's a used mallet.
Used mallet.
Look at Gav. Look, Gav just
Yeah,
said, "Is it
we-
from
we
your
can
new
all-
book,
We've
Terry?"
all done it before, but
It's from your
yeah.
new book. Yeah.
Never thought of making a book.
Terry's
Gav, but I
writing the book.
might.
Terry's
I might
writing the
write a
book.
book. I might.
Terry's not making a book. Terry can't edit a video.
I can't even
can't
edit a
do it.
YouTube
Yeah.
video, so I ain't gonna write a book.
You can, you're just too bloody lazy.
I mean, even
can,
Terry's intro, I had to edit it for him.
Isn't that the truth?
A
He
15-second intro. He
I
didn't even
sent him
bother to
about
edit that himself.
20 minutes of intro, and he edited it all for me, so I can put it on.
Down to
Never
15
mind.
seconds.
You're
Yeah,
hired, Pete.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
hired.
Nice cup of tea.
I must admit he's good at it. He's good at it, so that's
Jeez.
mine. I did
Where's
get him
my
to come
camera?
about 200 miles to drive to my house with my new computer and fit it all up and get it all working as well with
Well,
all
yeah,
the monitors.
good stuff for you. But you did supply the
No.
tune bar, so that was fine.
That's
that?
what it's
Oh,
all
the
about.
camera, yeah.
It's all about the That's what it's about.
Are we done then? Can we?
I
Oh,
was
we're
just
done.
looking at the
Oh,
comments
yeah,
to see, make sure
sorry.
no questions for you, Brian. Hang on. Oh, no. Yep.
Right, we're
Or
good.
is it
Close the
have a
live stream.
fluid in
We're
the
good.
video? Alex,
Thank you, everybody, for
if
coming
I
in
can
tonight.
do it,
Watch
you
Thanks for
can.
Brian's
coming in,
live.
Thank you for
everybody. It's
coming.
great to
Yeah,
see you all.
appreciate it.
And see you tomorrow at Steve's and Sunday at Terry's.
Yep. Okay. And lovely to
Take
see
care,
you all.
everybody.
Brilliant.
Good night, everybody. Thanks very much
Good
for
night,
coming
everybody.
in. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yep.
After
Well done,
we see
Brian.
Terry on Sunday. See you later.
Brilliant job.
Bye for now,
Brilliant
guys.
job.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
The button is pressed.